So this may just be my most favorite story of the week. I love this. So Elon Musk, his company Twitter, just slapped a state-affiliated media title on NPR's Twitter site. This is just fabulous. I mean, this is great. NPR is not too happy about it, but you know how like you might have your title. Mine, for example, says journalist, host of the Trish Regan show, and I direct you to the Apple Podcast site or to my site, trishreganshow.com. Well, in the case of Elon Musk, his team went in there and put state-affiliated media right next to the NPR label. I mean, it's fantastic. Take a look at it here. We've got some video for you. State-affiliated media. As I said, NPR is not happy. They say it's very disturbing. I'll get their quote in just a minute. But first, here's what Twitter had to say. They said state-affiliated media is defined as outlets where the state exercises control over editorial content through financial resources, direct or indirect political pressures, and or control over production and distribution. Look, if you've ever read the NPR stuff, it's pretty clear where their bias is coming from, but they're not the only ones, right? Like, I actually think that Twitter is going to have an absolute field day, and maybe this is a little bit of a warning. Don't forget, just the other day, Reuters reported a very, very negative story on Tesla, for example, sort of saying that, Elon's price cuts didn't work, when in fact, they had this huge uptick in sales, and he called them out on it. But this may be a little bit of a warning shot. He's like, okay, guys, you know what? Like, actually, you need to play fair. And the bias that you have is going to be called out, as it should be, right? Because NPR is masquerading like they are just the cleanest, most non-opinionated, non-biased organization in the world, when in fact, it really is something entirely different. So the folks at NPR, they're not happy. The president, John Lansing, he's firing back saying, and I quote, "We were disturbed to see last night that Twitter has labeled NPR as state-affiliated media." He said, "NPR and our member stations are supported by millions of listeners who depend on us for independent, fact-based journalism that we provide." He also said that NPR is a critical part of our American democracy and said that it's unacceptable for Twitter to label us this way. Anyway, watch out, world, because Elon Musk doesn't play by the same kind of deep state rules as the rest of them. That's why I like him. Anyway.